Alright everyone, and so I finally watched Predator Killer of Killers, and this is the new anime movie that is expanding the Predator franchise, and this is following an anthology, a series that is based around three warriors that come face to face with the Predator monster itself. And especially for what I'm about to say here, and I think this was definitely well made, and I think it's a great storytelling within the Predator universe, and I think it's a game changer for the franchise as well. So this will be my full non-spoiler review, go over my impressions and my thoughts, and kind of at towards the end going over the post-credit scene and for what it means as well. So let's get to it. So if you're new, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos including this. But now let's talk about this movie. And now, going into this movie, and if you know a Predator, that is a big name franchise, and specifically with the original with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and that movie remains so iconic. And even with this franchise, it has its hits and misses, and also it came out with its most recent movie from 2022, Prey, from director Dan Trachtenberg, and he's also attached with this movie, and I gotta say, he definitely nailed it. He knocked it out of the park, and especially if you know the man that knows how to tell a story, and when it comes to this franchise, he really does know for how to tackle a story and the plot and characters, and that's why I really want to touch upon, because especially with the storytelling perspective for how it feels different with the way they want to tackle this movie, and honestly it elevates it so much, especially with the main characters, what they have to go through and how they go to face off against the Predator monster, and for how it all leads up and connects. It is truly breathtaking. It has all these connecting dots, and it has generally a fresh storytelling within the franchise. That's what I really liked about it. It generally feels like we're exploring a different side of the universe. It definitely has a fresh take at how they said that they want to expand it all, especially if you have three separate warriors, like with a Viking, a World War II pilot, and for the way that these characters come together for how their story is told throughout each perspective of their storyline, it kind of feels like three separate miniseries combined into one movie, and that's the definite type of storytelling that I definitely enjoy the most out of when it comes to this movie. And even with the animation, it definitely looks beautiful, and even for a streaming movie like this, because it is an original movie on Hulu, but even for a movie like this, and wanted to tackle everything, especially for our main characters' feel for how we can care about them, how to be attached to them, and especially for how the movie starts and how it finishes. I was definitely hooked the moment it started, because it definitely reels you in for the type of storytelling that it wants to give you. And on top of what I will say about the development and for the way that it tackles each depth of the story, and I gotta say, this was a very well accomplished movie, and especially with each character's point of view for how they are going to take down the Predator monster, especially with the Predator monster and its design. It looked totally sick, and even with the visuals and the layout, which I never thought they would tackle this in animation, but it does have something for every Predator fan to sink their teeth into it. Even with this franchise that is making its comeback with this, and Predator Badlands that's set to come out later this year, and just with each layer that is set throughout the entire movie, and it's definitely why I fell in love with this film even more, because it generally feels different. Also, other than that, for what this side of the universe wanted to accomplish and wanted to present to us, the audience, is unlike anything that we've ever seen, and in terms of emotions and connections. And wow, this Dan Trachtenberg nails it all. He definitely knows how to stick with this franchise, and he definitely has knowledge of the type of storytelling techniques that this franchise really needs. And even for when it comes to the action sequences, it is so brutal, it is so gory, and I definitely love the fight scenes. They're cheer-worthy and fist-pumping moments, and for the way that it all comes together, and especially in the third act, and it has the most insane ending ever for the way that it really nails its type of story points from the final minutes of the movie for what in terms of what it sets up next, and even for with the perspective of it. This has something that everyone will love, especially if you're a fan of Predator and storytelling within this universe. And this was definitely nailed to the point where I definitely want to see more of this if they want to do more of animation. And plus, and trust me, there is tons of plans that are in the works within this franchise and universe of Predator, and it's just so iconic, and I definitely loved every single bit of the movie. There is a post-credit scene that I'll definitely get into in a bit, but just for the way that I really fell in love with each type of character development for what their mission is and how they are described as warriors, specifically for how far the Predator franchise has come in general. It is very well done, and I recommend this to every type of person that is in love with the franchise or that is a big lover of the Predator franchise, and also if you love the original movie. Just by the end of it, I felt so satisfied of the way that it really closes out the story, but it really sets up for something even more for that as well. So that's what I really wanted to say for just for the final consensus of it. It's a really well done, accomplished story. Definitely feels different, and it's like a fresh take for how we view this franchise. And I think how many more of these can they do? Well, I guess time will tell. But even though I really liked, out of all the characters that are in the movie, I gotta say the Viking lady was definitely my favorite character for how her story is told. And also with the World War II pilot, which I definitely liked his story, but out of all of them, I think the Viking Raider lady is the story that I really enjoyed the most. It is character counterpart and storytelling is what makes this movie even great. And now I am breaking down the post-credit scene, and big spoilers ahead if you don't want to know anything. And now, it comes after the insane ending, after the Viking Raider lady goes in to help Torres and Kenji escape on what it looks like to be a stolen spaceship, and then with the alien hunter that says, "Let's go hunting," and that they're going to continue their hunt to go after the survivors, the warriors, and just for how the Predator has said only one will live, but and now with these two that managed to escape and survive, and sort of like a setting up for something bigger down the line. And now, shortly after the title card appears, we get a short mid-credit scene for where they froze her and take it to what it looks like to be like a lab with a bunch of blocks of humans that are definitely frozen, and especially at one point in time. And we get the reveal of the survivor, and that is they brought back Nora. That's right, this is the animated version of Amber Midthunder's character from Prey. And oh my gosh, with her return, I think this is setting up another Predator movie down the line. And even if you know the movie Prey, and with Nara's encounter with the Predator, and for how she was going to take it down. And now, even for what the question asks, where is Nara in her point in time, especially when she's been frozen, and now she appears there. And now I think like with this universe, I think this is a definite game changer. And wow, just for what's setting up next after this post-credit scene, I have a definite feeling that this franchise is about to be bigger than ever for what we expected. And even though this may be excited more for Predator Badlands, we could definitely be excited if we get a sequel to Prey. And now that Amber Midthunder's character, which is Nara, is going to be set to return. But I guess like we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, I am truly definitely excited for what the rest of this franchise has to deliver. And for my final thoughts, I really enjoyed a Predator Killer of Killers. It is definitely a well done made movie, and experienced this movie on Hulu. I am ready for more Predator, and I'm ready for this franchise to grow and to even expand upon it even further. Bring it on. Also, yeah, I enjoyed the characters and the depth and emotions from the way that it is all brought together. It is definitely something as well. But that's gonna do it for this video. Just let me know all in the comments down below. And did you enjoy Predator Kill of Killers? And how would you rate it 1 out of 10? I'm curious to your opinion in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and turn on notifications about future videos. Also follow all our social medias, all linked down below. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.